and did a lot of work on me. And as you can see, I done shedded a lot of pounds. If you have not joined the challenge, I urge you to do so. The only thing it costs you is your time. It's a free group. The workouts are free. The coaching is free. So basically, everything else is on you. You know. But welcome to Relationship Talk with Sharonda. My name is Sharonda Parker, and I am your host. And today we're going to be discussing this book that I have read in detail, and this is my second time reading it, and I decided to reread The Ethical Slut because I knew I was going to teach on it. So I wanted to revisit the book. I wanted to refresh myself because it's been about 3 or 4 years the last time I taught on relationship styles, okay? So this teaching is not to sway you one way or another, the same way monogamy is not designed to sway you one way or another whenever people teach on monogamy. But this teaching is just to inform you that there are so many other ways to have relationships outside of the traditional, which is monogamy, which is the what most of us have seen. And I'm gonna be honest, most of us have seen it not work. And when I say that, people seem like they're like, oh my God, is she saying monogamy doesn't work? I'm saying that I haven't seen it work. That's what I said. I didn't say that it didn't work. I just said that I personally have not seen it work. And when I'm saying it, I'm not talking about these 1 or 2 people that we know in our families who got married at 50 when everything stopped working. No, I'm talking about young people under the age of 50. I'm talking about people who are sexually active, and I'm not necessarily speaking about people being married. I'm just talking about adults who are consenting to have relationships and sex. I just have not seen it work. So with that being said, years ago, I started looking at other relationship styles. And I'm not saying that they are going to be perfect and they're going to be a fit for you. But what I am saying is that they do exist. And I believe personally that there's a lot of more honesty in some of the other relationship styles versus the one that we've been brought up on, which is monogamy. Okay? So, The Ethical Slut is written by Janet Hardy and Darcy Easton. That's who actually wrote the book. If you want to get it, it is on Amazon. It is at Barnes & Nobles. And the edition that I read this last time is the 3rd edition, and this is the updated and expanded edition. Now, I do have one of the original editions, but with this updated, expanded edition, they take into consideration race. They take into consideration gender, and they really tried to write this book in a gender neutral type of way, just to get the information out there. So with that being said, when I decided to teach this lesson, the one thing that I knew is I was going to be dealing with people from a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different incomes, a lot of different religious beliefs, a lot of different beliefs when it comes down to sexuality, what is right, what love looks like from one person versus love for the next person. And I had to take all of that into consideration before I decided to actually sit down and teach this. And once I took all of that into consideration and I said, you know what, I'm not going to allow the naysayers and the people that say, oh, this is wrong, to stop me from actually going forward with this particular lesson, because I feel like it's needed at this time. And this has nothing to do with me. It's just that at this time it's needed. Why is it needed? If you pay attention to the music that our youth are listening to, it doesn't necessarily line up with the beliefs and the practices that our parents and grandparents believed in. Now, I'm not saying it's right, wrong. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that follow the music. That's what everybody else does. We did it when we were growing up. This generation is doing it. And when our grandparents were growing up, they followed the music as well. And that's why we got all of this free love and Proud Mary and all of this other stuff that we got, right? That was the hippie movement, right? Flower children. We know this, right? And then we have our generation, which was, crack era, crack baby, pill poppers, this, that, the other. Look at the music. Follow the music. Now we got this generation, they're growing up and their music is telling them no boundaries, threesomes. My girl got a girlfriend. What boosters say they dyking, and you got all of this other stuff going on. So this is the time to actually go in and start teaching relationship styles. Because if we want people to do better, be better, right? We have to educate and we have to teach. So the first word is ethical. Ethics refers to the standards of what is right and wrong. That's all we need to know about ethics, is the standard of what is right and wrong. I will be the first person to tell you that I can handle anything but a lie. I can handle your honesty all day long. I don't care how brutal your honesty is. I don't care how hurtful your honesty is. If it's your honesty, I can handle that. But what I can't handle is a lie. What I can't handle is not being given choices about certain things. What I can't handle is being manipulated. Those are the things that I can't handle. But your truth, I can handle it all day long. The next thing we're going to talk about is the term slut. The reason we're going to talk about the term slut is because that isn't the title of the book that we're discussing. Slut is basically a promiscuous person, right? Now, a lot of times when we ask people what a slut is, the first thing that comes to mind is a promiscuous woman. But the true definition of slut is a promiscuous person. Just because a person is promiscuous, does that make them bad? And if that is the case, then we got to look at ourselves. Because every time I look up, I see when a song come on, we dancing, and it's in provocative, promiscuous type of ways. And it's not necessarily for this person or that person. We're doing it for ourselves. So if that's the case, then that means that we will fall into the category of being a slut. If that's the case, this weekend when I was turning up with my best friend for her birthday, and the song came on, and we both on the sidewalk touching our toes and bent over, tooted up, ass in the air, we must have been acting like sluts. I would say that's what we were acting like. We were being sluts. Yeah. We were dancing in a provocative, promiscuous type of way. And it was all being done for our own glory. Yeah, we were encouraging each other. Oh, y'all know when Fuck Nigga Free come on, y'all get the cutting up, and when they talking about twerking at the headlights, twerking at the red light on the headlights and all of this kind of stuff, and you hollering with your girls, let's go, let's go. That ain't necessarily being modest. So when we talk about it, we're going to talk about it for real. And if that's the case, then a lot of us around here ain't got no room to talk about nobody, because we done all been or act like a slut at some point in time in our life. Being very promiscuous, because that's what the definition of being a slut is. All over the world, when you say the word slut, it is offensive, okay? I don't care where you go. All over the world, slut is deemed to be offensive. I understand what being labeled as offensive feels like. I understand what that feels like. And I'm going to tell you why I understand what it feels like. Because when I got into this industry over 15 years ago, I'm going to say about 15 years ago, I always gauge it off of Madison. Madison 14, so I'm going to say 14, 15 years ago. I was a married woman who had only been with her husband, but I was very open-minded. And very open-minded when it came down to sex, relationships, what they look like, the bedroom toys, sharing my personal experiences in my own personal bedroom. I was very open-minded, and I was willing to share information. People labeled me. I was a swinger, I was a dyke, I was gay, I was bisexual, I was a freak, I was anything that you can. I was a prostitute. I'm selling myself, and then it got to the point where I'm selling other people. I was a madam, and then it got to the point where I'm just talking about some of the things that the people, the public, you all said about me. A woman who was married with children who had only been with her one sexual partner since the age of 17. But I was labeled as a slut, a whore, anything derogatory that you could think of, all because I decided to partake in a certain line of work. And you know what? For a long time, I tried to defend myself. And I tried to say, but no, I'm just teaching. And no, that's not me. And you know what I decided to do? I started to embrace that shit. And I said, you know what? If that's what the fuck it is, then that's what the hell it is. Because guess what? What I'm not about to do is stop teaching. And what I'm not about to do is tone it down. And what I'm not about to do is be silent. No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to embrace that shit. And I'm going to say, guess what? Make me some shirts that say regular dick just won't do. Make me some shirts that say 100% that bitch. Make me some shirts that say big old freak. Make me some shirts that say all of this kind of shit, and I'm going to wear that shit and I'm going to rep that shit and I'm going to do it proudly. Yeah. So I know firsthand what it feels like to be labeled and misunderstood, and people not really understanding where you're coming from because you think just a little bit differently than the masses. And that's no different than what's going on right now with this here, okay? The thing is, a lot of times in life, we have been taught that one person is supposed to be able to fulfill or meet all our needs. And that is a lie that we have been told. And I know it's a lie because I was a woman that was married 23 years. And I can honestly say that my husband didn't check all the boxes for me. Example number one. I love to dance. I love to dance even though I can't dance. I think in my mind I can dance. I can't dance like a professional, but I can get out there and I can two-step, and I want to learn how to swing out, and I know how to do the line dances, and I know how to do all of this different type of stuff. I'm about to go through the list of things that did not check the box for me, right? So with that being said, a lot of times I would go places and I couldn't dance because he didn't dance. He wasn't a dancer. He wasn't interested in it. So that means that this part of me that I enjoyed so much, I had to suppress it because my partner didn't enjoy doing it. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that, right? Another thing, I love live music. I love a live band. I love an in tune. I love a Mike Foster project. I love all of this culture and live music and festivals with bands and all of this kind of stuff. I had a husband, a partner, who did not like live music. So guess what? I never went to listen to live music because I had someone that did not enjoy this. I'm talking about monogamy right now. And I'm talking about a lot of times how we suppress certain things within ourselves because it's not an interest of the person that we with, right? But look at this. What happened if I had a person that I could call and say, look, Live After 5 going on. He don't like listening to live music, but I do. You want to go to Live After 5 with me? Everybody like, oh yeah, that'll work. But it will only work if I'm going with a group of women. Would it be okay if I had a male friend that I can call and say, hey, let's go listen to the band? Like I just did a couple of weekends ago. I was already there with a group of people, but I called my male friend and say, hey, meet me down here downtown. The band playing. Come on downtown and enjoy yourself. A big misconception that you all have about polyamory is every relationship that you enter into is going to be a sexual relationship. When that is the absolute lie. I don't know. It's an untruth. It's not true. Most times, the relationships that you enter in polyamory will not be sexual relationships. But the thing is, because over here in the United States, in our faith and religion, and everybody puts so much emphasis on sex, we can't enjoy life because we can't get past the bedroom. We can't get past people just having things in common. We can't get past people having genuine friendships before we want to put them in the bed together. I go walking. And I go walking with a group of people, men and women, who are on the track with me. And you would not believe how many stories have come back to me where I have been placed in the bedroom with people just because I go walk with them. But that's the monogamy. That's what monogamy do. They put everybody in the bedroom. But in poly, we understand that every relationship has a purpose. And the purpose does not necessarily have to be a sexual purpose. I can literally contact you because we enjoy football. I can literally contact you because we enjoy live bands. I can contact you because we enjoy dancing. And I can have individual relationships with all of these people that are not sexual. But yet, I still maintain a sexual relationship with one person if I choose to. Or I can maintain a sexual relationship with multiple people if I choose to. But when I decide to have a sexual relationship with multiple people, this is where the honesty kicks in. That means that all of the people that I'm in a sexual relationship with know that I'm in a sexual relationship with them. And they know who I'm using condoms with, and they know who I'm not using condoms with. Yeah. That type of honesty is too real for most people. That's why they won't partake in poly. Because it's too honest. It ain't nothing to argue about. It ain't nothing to be jealous about. It ain't nothing to do none of that about. But we can't get past the, I don't share. But yes you do. Want me to tell you why I know you share? Because it all come to my inbox. When you say he cheating on me, or you say she cheating on me, or I found this text message, or I found I looked on the locator and this person wasn't where they said they was gonna be. But see, the difference is you got one side that's doing it ethically, and then you got the other side that's non-ethical. And I always ask people, what side would you rather be on? The side where ethics is going for it, or the side where it's non-ethical, and because it's non-ethical, now you're dealing with anxiety, you're dealing with depression, you're dealing with hurt, you're dealing with betrayal, you're dealing with lying, you're dealing with all of this other stuff. So today is just going to be an overview of what poly is all about, okay? With the internet, over the years, poly has become more visible. It has become visible because we have Facebook. You can look up poly and a whole bunch of stuff gonna pop up. You got Instagram, you can look up poly and a whole bunch of stuff gonna pop up. You can go on Google, you can look up poly and a whole bunch of stuff gonna pop up. Then we have all of the different shows on television now. We have the Sister Wives, okay? We have the seeking arrangements and seeking wives and all of this kind of stuff where couples are actually seeking other people. And then we have all of these different shows that what is called Sex Life that's on television, and it's talking about all of these different relationship styles. So now we have access to more information, and because we have access to information, now we're looking at ourselves and saying, why am I subjecting myself to just this when I have other options out there? It's okay to ask yourself that question. It is, especially if you're in a situation where you're not being fulfilled. Now, when I was married, am I saying that I was not being fulfilled? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he didn't check all the boxes. But I was told by my family, the church, society, that your spouse is supposed to be everything. And the thing that I'm trying to get you to understand is nobody can be everything to anybody. They're not going to always check off your boxes. Okay? Now, I want to make sure we understand that polyamory and polygamy are two different things, because I think a lot of times we get that confused. Those are two totally different terms, two totally different lifestyles. One is more religious based and one is just more of a choice when it comes down to preference with relationship styles. Okay, so I'm making sure that you understand that I'm talking about polyamory. I'm not talking about polygamy. Okay, polygamy is more rooted in religion. All right. Another thing that I want you to understand about polyamory is it's not necessarily going to be for everybody, but it is for somebody out there. And if you have a situation to where you have a spouse or a significant other and you find that they keep stepping out on you over and over and over and over again, and you keep dealing with a situation to where infidelity is happening, especially if the infidelity is continuing to happen with the same person over and over and over again, meaning that you keep catching him with the same woman, or you keep catching her with the same man. They already living a poly lifestyle. You just trying to force some other stuff, but they already living it. Y'all just hadn't put a name to it or a title to it, okay? There's so many different categories that fall up under this umbrella, and we're going to get off into that this week. But this video today was just to give you an overview of what we're going to be discussing, which is the ethical slut. That's what we're going to be discussing this week. And we're going to dive off into polyamory. And, you know, it may be a fit for you. It may not be a fit for you. Like I said, this video is not necessarily about me personally. I've always had my own beliefs. I've always believed that you can love more than one person. People say, how so? And I tell them, because I love all of my children. They be like, what you mean? How you can love more than one person? We have children. We do it every day. And it's no different in a relationship that I would deem to be a romantic relationship. I can find different things in each one of those people to love if I chose to deal with different people. It's different things about them that will connect me to them, that will make me love them for their own unique self. But we have been made and forced to believe that you can't love more than one person, and then we want to try to put a scale up and say, oh, do you love her more than me or me more than her? When I could just say, well, I can't just love. I do it with my children. I don't have pics with them, so why do I have to have pics with you? Another thing that we're gonna do, that I believe, because I'm talking about what I believe now. Another thing that I believe is any relationship can make it with open and honest communication. I believe that. And I do not believe that monogamy is the only way, okay? Another thing that I believe is when you are confident in who you are and what you bring to any relationship, you don't have a reason to be jealous. That's what I believe. Meaning another woman or another man can't make me jealous. I could deal with you how I want to deal with you, and you could go out there and deal with somebody else. And I don't feel threatened at all because I understand what I possess, and I understand that what I possess will draw you right back to me. I believe that. I believe that people be where they want to be. Meaning, if you want to go over there, you go over there for whatever reason you want to go over there. But when you're over here, you over here for the reason that you want to be over here. So I don't have this mentality of somebody can take somebody from me and I can never ever get them back, and I can never. My mind doesn't work like that. My mind doesn't work on the realm of jealousy, and my mind doesn't work on the realm of selfishness and, oh, I don't share and all of this kind of stuff. We all share. We all share. Whether your husband or wife have a work husband or work wife, we all share, whether we want to believe it or not. Because people give themselves to people differently every day. And the version that they give you may not necessarily be the version that they give the next person. What else? What else do I believe? I don't believe that anybody gonna be damned to hell because of a relationship style. I don't believe that. The same way I don't believe that people that have abortions going to jail, going to hell. The same way I don't believe that people that have killed somebody going to hell. I believe that it's a whole lot of other shit that go on that we do every day to get us wherever you feel like your afterlife gonna be, other than a relationship style. So I feel like those things are scare tactics that are presented to us by the Christian faith, and I specify that, to maintain social control. That's what I believe. And I think that's about it. I don't necessarily, like I said, I don't necessarily make this about me, because my views are my views. I've been pushing polyamory to my children, meaning don't go out there and just select one person to be with. I've always told them that. I mean, if you decide to get married under the covenant, under a covenant that you and your person agree upon. But while you're out here single and free and moving around, you don't have to subject yourself just to one person. You can date as many people as you want to date. The key is being open and honest with everybody that you are actually dating. But we feel like we want to sneak because we feel like if we are not honest and we sneak, we can get more. But in reality, you get more by being honest and open. I promise you, you get more by being honest and open. And you don't hurt people along the way. And what happens is people can't say that they didn't know this and that you didn't tell them that. Right now, I'm a single woman and I'm out here moving around and I'm able to date. And when I date, I let people know that I'm not monogamous. Meaning you're not going to be the only one. One, you can't afford to be the only one. Let's start there. You can't afford to be the only one. And two, I choose to want to get stimulated from different people with different things. Because what happens is we lock in on one person. And this is what I see. We lock in on one person. And this one person only has so many life experiences. And they can only stimulate us so far. And you wondering why she's in the inbox over here, why he's in the inbox over there. Because these other people are stimulating them differently. And it has nothing to do with sex. It's just that I'm a tank, right? And I'm out here in the world and I'm literally giving myself here. And I'm trying to go back to this one person for them to refill me. But they can only feel me so much because they only have so much life experience. They only have so much day-to-day experience. But if I talk to you over here, then you can fill me up differently because you got different life experiences and you got different things that done went on with your day. And then when I talk to this person, they can fill me up differently. So you're wondering why the person that you with are entertaining so many different people in the inboxes and all of this kind of stuff is because they're trying to get filled. And that's not a bad thing. And it's not saying that they're empty inside. It's just that I'm trying to gather all of this information because I'm a database. I'm a database. And I'm trying to get information from all these different people. And only one person can take me so far because only one person only knows so much. I talk to a whole bunch of different men on a regular basis. And I promise you, the conversation from one to the next is completely different. The topics that we discuss are completely different. Some of them are very interesting people, but majority of them are not interesting at all. Because all they do is get up, go to work, go home. They have the same routine every day. They don't get out, they don't move around, they don't do anything. They're not cultured. They haven't seen things, So they can only give you so much. When you are a high vibrating person like me, and you function on a high vibration, it takes a lot to pour into a person like me. So with that being said, you're going to deal with somebody that is extremely intellectual, or you're going to deal with a bunch of people that can kind of drop you little nuggets here and there, here and there, here and there. Okay? I was blessed to be able to be married to somebody that was brilliant for a very long time. So I was able to be stimulated mentally for a very long time. Most people don't have that. Most people don't have that reality, and that's just the truth. We know we live right here in Louisiana. Our education level is next to nothing. Test scores horrible. I mean, we are an impoverished state, and a lot of people are just they know what they know. So, with that being said, we're gonna jump off into poly, and I promise you, the people who get it, they get it. And I find that a lot of people, again, who are poly and who are open to new ideas and other relationship styles, to me, they are more on the more high vibrating spectrum. These people ain't around here moping, sad, and depressed. These are people that's out here, the movers and shakers. These people that's out here that's getting it. And you wonder why, you got to share them. Because they're not going to be with just one person. Like people say, oh, he got money, but he messed with everybody. Well, how you getting his money? More likely he's a high vibrating person, a high functioning person, a person that got a lot of shit going on. So that means it's going to take a lot to get his attention and to keep him grounded. And if you ain't got nothing to add to the conversation, and all you want to do is show up and look and smile and be cute, that shit there between you and him ain't gonna last no time. And he gonna be on to the next person who can stimulate him in a certain type of way. So y'all wonder why we have all this infidelity and cheating and all of this kind of stuff? A lot of it is, it's morally wrong, but a lot of it is people out here really looking for something that they're not getting at home. And that's just the truth. Okay? All right. That's going to wrap me up for today. I didn't want to go over 30 minutes, and I have went to 32 minutes with this video. So that is a wrap. You all enjoy the rest of your day. Come see me here at the store. Yes, I am working. Yes, I am here answering your questions, helping you pick out your lingerie for your anniversary. Yes, I still believe in marriage. Yes, I still believe that 2 is better than 1. Yes, I do believe that marriages will be restored. Mine, no, it won't. But for you all, yes, if that is what you want, then that is exactly what will happen in your life. If you guys are willing to put forth the work and do the work. Yes. So people ask me all the time, how do I feel about marriage? It's beautiful, it's needed, it's necessary. We have to have it. Strong families build strong communities. I've done my job. I've been married. I've produced children. I done raised them. It's my time. So, y'all enjoy yourself. Come see me here at the store. All right.